We're back with part 4 to do a little recap of what we discovered.
Should we really be off work this early?
We met with Hayton. He discovered that the person from the village, that lady Shani, who was scared of Sino, who was hiding some info from us, and that info simply said that there is something scary in the night, some cries in the night. She listens from our village, and we tracked down the cries to this ghost town, the Eleazar Hospital. We managed to enter. We saw some contraptions, and we even listened to some cries. After Hayton read a book, Paimon tried to read the book, failed to read. Now we're here. We done the elemental totems, and now we're going down to the lower level of the hospital and see what in the world is happening over here. Emergency notice. Patient Abbas, male, 23 years old. I'm not... Okay. Okay. A meal. Okay. This is what I've already seen. This week's shifts. Okay. Nothing so far. Old vase. Dark stem in the vase. For a Vin. This is so sad.
Look! There's someone over there!
We need to be careful.
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Yeah.
Wait.
What is it, Hayton? What is it?
You're...
What?
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
Who is it, Hayton?
You know him?
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Akademiya.
Senior?
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
Probably.
No. And that's the problem.
What is it?
Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
So how did we become like this?
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late.
Oh no.
Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him.
Oh no, this is not good. Stems?
There are drag marks on the ground.
Drag?
They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
People.
Loaded with people?
Probably.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner.
This is possible. What is it, man? What's happening to you?
The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Living proof of what?
Huh? Why do you say that?
Why do you say that, Alhaiten?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos.
Are you saying that Razak is experiencing the same thing that the leader of Ain al-Ahmar experienced it?
Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
It looks? Exactly. The Aramite guy who went mad, the leader of Ain al-Ahmar.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Exactly.
Correct. The Akademiya is behind all of this.
What?
It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale.
What kind of rationale?
First, the Akademiya spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village.
Okay.
These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the Akademiya.
What do you mean, Alhaiten?
As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the Akademiya. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto the Scarlet King's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread.
Yeah, we seen of those scumbags that Dia took care of.
Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that.
The guys at the Akademiya are scumbags.
The notion of an Akademiya plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, they done everything behind everyone's back.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too.
It is.
But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the Akademiya that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Good question, Paimon. Good question.
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity.
What?
First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons.
I see.
An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource of what?
Resource? For what exactly?
Yeah.
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
They're being brainwashed by the Akademiya?
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
Ah. This is not good. This is not good, man.
With the technology of the Sumeru Akademiya, it's entirely possible.
This is so messed up.
Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one is watching them.
This is so messed up.
So, the human brain... Nope! Nah! Hyman doesn't want to think about this!
How did you learn of this technology, Alhaiten?
I'm the Akademiya scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, The contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind, but something went wrong in the process.
What kind of thing went wrong,
Or
Alhaiten?
perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Paimon's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
Good question, Paimon. That's not right. Most of the mad scholars had made contact with the divine consciousness in the forest. That is what the Academia is after. It's also safe to assume that this knowledge has something to do with the Fatui, the Torre, and Scaramouche. They're using divine knowledge capsules to turn Scaramouche into a false god.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
The Academia needs people who have been exposed to the divine consciousness.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to.
Exactly.
However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge?
Build a new god.
The Academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge. But what is their ultimate goal?
To build a false god.
I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
It seems that something is wrong.
You mean
Alhaiten.
you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
Maybe.
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry.
Zealotry. What is zealotry? Let me see. Zealotry. Zealotry. Meaning. Fanatical and uncompromising pursuit of a religious, political, or other ideals. Fanaticism. Yeah, I agree.
Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the Academia may as well shut its doors.
They're a bunch of scumbags, Alhaiten.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Exactly.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary to their rules.
They're doing things behind everyone's backs.
Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed.
Oh no.
This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
This is not too easy, Alhaiten. It's not just fixing a typo on a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
I don't think so.
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that.
What kind of criteria, Mr. Alhaiten?
There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Maybe.
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
Your motives are more specific and personal.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want.
You sing by your own band.
The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Though he rejects the notion of greater moral responsibility, he justifies his actions because they are true to his personal motivations. Someone like him might actually make for a better ally.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the Academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
What do you mean they're weirdo?
You're probably right.
And he agrees.
Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out.
Yeah, the odd ones out are the best.
Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I agree, Paimon.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
So, what we do with him?
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us.
Yeah.
We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
And we have to tell everyone about what we saw. What the hell is this? Investigate. Ancient key. A key stolen by a masked weasel. This is a ghost hospital. Hakim. Arbus, Abbas, and sugar jar. What the hell? Dusty tableware. A vin. This is so messed up. They take the brains from people for the knowledge. What kind of scumbags do things like this? Yeah, what kind of treasure? The shelves are full of thin books. Hospital documents. Yeah, what is this? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Medical records? All patients. Ignorance might be bliss here, to be honest. No, it didn't trigger any quest, so we might just well go back to our village and continue to go through all of this after this bombshell of the Eleazar Hospital. Let's reunite with everyone and tell them the truth about everything. This is not right. This is not right.
We're back!
We're back.
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
Thank you, Candace.
What's the situation?
A lot messed up than we ever thought.
Who's this?
A mad scholar.
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
Yeah. You tell everyone what you saw in the abandoned hospital.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Eleazar Hospital served as the Akademiya site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Exactly.
Yep, pretty much.
Pretty much sums it up.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now.
Yeah, even Dory had some.
Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Why that, Sino?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst.
What?
One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Akademiya.
A mole?
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
It's not that case, Paimon. Something happened.
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
Care to share your thoughts?
Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Why?
supposed to mean?
Yeah, what's that supposed to mean, Haytham?
Choose your next words very carefully.
Yeah,
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
choose your words very carefully.
So what you're saying is, Sino's the mole.
No, Sino is not the mole.
Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
He's sus.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
Huh?
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, what are you trying to say, man?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra?
Huh.
As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details.
Mm-hmm.
Simply put, the Akademiya has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you?
You have a good point.
If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
Mm-hmm.
The Akademiya is monitoring me?
Probably.
It's not that simple. The Akademiya has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you.
It's like they knew all the steps of Sino.
Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the Akademiya enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
So they know absolutely everything about Sino?
You're saying that the Akademiya entered my information into the Akasha too?
Mm-hmm.
But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
But what is the point of adding all of this?
The Akasha is capable of computation.
Mm-hmm.
The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It's like they were monitoring Sino all the time.
It predicted my every move.
Yeah.
The Akademiya has been watching you longer than you think.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side.
Mm-hmm.
Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the Akademiya. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
I agree with Candace. Don't take that too much, my man. You are a strong and trustworthy ally. What is it, Sino?
They escaped because of me.
Oh, don't be so harsh on you.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Yeah, exactly.
I have an idea.
What is it?
If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
Yeah, that's Sino for everyone.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now. If the Akademiya is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
One step behind him.
Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
You're getting smarter, Paimon. What is it,
I
Dia?
must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, guys! After him!
After him.
Please, wait! I want to go too!
Why you, kid?
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
Yeah, you have to promise you won't do anything to harm us.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Okay, kid.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
All right.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you.
Exactly.
Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
Dia. Where's Dia? Let's follow Sino first. Let's leave the chief of the village's house and go find Sino. Where's Sino? Where's our man? The best man for the job. He gone very far. But it's okay, Sino. We got you, homie.
So, where do we go from here?
Yeah, where do we go? Sino, do you remember the route you took?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
Okay. Let's follow Sino.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
So you know, kid.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert. But I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here.
What is it, Sino? It looks like slippers.
What's this?
What is it?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
Now it isn't the time for complaining, Paimon.
Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there, it looks like it's buried really deep.
With some effort, you managed to retrieve the buried
These are likely
objects.
fragments of an Akademiya-developed device, something akin to a headset.
What?
Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way, because there are device fragments scattered around here.
Okay.
Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Okay, Mr. Alhayton. Everyone goes in different directions and start digging in the sand. After a short while, you dig up another device nearby.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This helmet, it looks like very scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan.
They can't be set up, those things, to be like a bait for us.
They must have been attacked along the way.
By whom?
Wait, what?
Yeah, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Your grandpa is fine, kid.
Don't worry. Your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Your grandpa is going to be okay. Don't
Razak
worry.
didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand,
What is it?
I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Creatures of the sandstorm. I agree.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
I agree. Let's follow Sino.
But running on sand is so tiring.
With his
But
Archon.
you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Of course it is.
No, it's not. You liar. Liar, liar, a pants on fire.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Oh.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Eremites. Dia.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
Yeah?
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
What?
You're one of us. We would never lie.
What is it?
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Tia?
Why would you? Dia!
Kid! Isak!
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, the kid is blowing up our cover.
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa?
Oh, kid.
Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
You betrayed our village, Dia.
So, this is the great General Mahamatra.
What is it, Raman?
Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself. I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
You're a crazy person.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
Shush, Paimon.
Doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting the Scarlet King.
Oh, the Scarlet
Once
King
our
nonsense.
Lord of Old
all over
returns
again.
to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Shut up.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
Fanatics.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring the Scarlet King back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
You're just stupid.
Even if it'll expose you to the Akademiya? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
What?
Yes.
Man, they are so stupid.
We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the Akademiya.
You're just stupid, man.
With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the Akademiya's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ah. You're just too stupid.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Akademiya controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the Akademiya, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
I agree.
They look more like pawns of the Akademiya to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevada have to say?
Let's continue.
Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed the Scarlet King. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
Shut up.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile.
I agree.
Perhaps we should.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm with Sino. Let's kick their asses. Let's kick their asses. I'm with you. I'm with you, my man.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Akademiya?
Here comes the Brainiac. Huh? Al-Hayton?
These people have no value as bargaining chips. But I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage.
Huh?
These scholars were exiled from the Akademiya. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
What are you saying, Al-Hayton?
Wait, you can't be serious.
You can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Yeah?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
But why?
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Huh.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Akademiya.
Join us. Stop with this nonsense.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Akademiya?
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, and the same applies to the Akademiya. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Akademiya's way of doing things?
I agree.
You Akademiya scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Okay, let's kick his ass.
Not so fast.
What is it, Dia?
I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
Yeah.
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm.
What?
Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Akademiya, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest.
No, Dia. Don't do this.
But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
Don't do this, Dia.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Yeah.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't do this, Dia.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
He's just a scumbag. Don't do this, Dia.
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
Are you crazy? Really crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Don't do this, Dia.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No.
No!
No.
Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
You don't have to go this far. I agree.
That's not for you to decide.
What?
Do it!
Dia!
Dia! Run!
No way. No, no.
Stop!
Ah.
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces?
Weakling.
You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
You serious? Scumbag. Raman, you're just a scumbag. Weirdo. Delusional. But why go to that extreme, Dia?
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
But why did you do that, girl?
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
I'm actually with Paimon on that. Are you insane, Dia?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
I'd be worried about you.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them.
And he can deal it.
If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from.
What do you mean, Dia?
Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
So what you're trying to say is, if we cut the head of the snake, a lot more heads of the snake will grow up.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
You almost ruined our plan, Isak.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
But don't do things like that, Dia.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Really?
Huh? Are you serious?
Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Huh.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
That's just how it is.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Oh yeah. Y'all return to our village and return with all the chance of success. And we return to our village with all that stuff. The secret of the scorching desert will be revealed. Will be revealed. The starting of this reveal will occur on the next part. See you then.